Hello and welcome to another update video about Fantom. Fantom remains very interesting, and after I gave you here this target area which was then reached for Fantom, we did come down obviously here after the 27th, as expected as well, to touch again the lower support here, the FIB level at 203, the 0.382 FIB level, and then we started to move up. I told you again that I would be expecting us to get into the target area further and to reach the next target, which we did yesterday, made an update video on that. Just after we reached that, I made an update and said that I would now expect a retracement. There should really be a retracement. At the time when I made the video, we hadn't seen yet a strong reaction, but we saw a little bit of a reaction, a red candle. But yeah, as expected, we now see a reaction, not a very strong one, which is actually quite interesting. Could indicate that we've already formed a low here at the previous high at 236. Yeah, so we wicked down to that, and now we are on our way again to the upside. I think what this is, this little leg here looks corrective in my view, so it doesn't look impulsive, which indicates if this was an impulse, then this looks corrective, which could indicate that we see here something like a bull flag forming, which now might break out. I think we are pretty much at a breakout point now for this bull flag. That could then take us again to the FIB level here at exactly 260. We perfectly came to that 260 target level I gave you. So again, you can see how perfectly the FIB levels work. What is important to understand is from where to draw the FIBs. You know, many people would have probably started down here to the upside and then drawn the FIBs, but actually you need to do it the other way around. In this case, to the wave A, because this is the retracement currently of that wave A to the downside in my view, and we can see how perfectly the price reacted to it. Now the 0.618 FIB level is a very, very important one. So I can't tell you if we're going to break this 260 level. I said in my last video that I would find it very risky to go in at 260, but you know, for anyone who's interested to take a short-term long trade, could potentially open a position now with a price target of, well, just below 260. But I would always set a stop loss in this case, especially with this bull flag, possibly below the previous low here, because this has already gone up quite a bit. But we're currently obviously retracing. Anybody who is interested in taking this very short-term dip trade could potentially go along here with a stop loss set below the previous low, or even below, but that's up to you, below the previous FIB level. So that low here is obviously at 237. But I would want to wait for a breakout of the, at least here, of the bull flag, you know, and then that's not a massive gain potentially from 247 maybe to 260, but it's a little bit. And then I would want to see here how we react to that FIB level. Now that's important. If we break through here, I think a price target of $3 is certainly achievable. Yeah, even in this correction that Fantom is doing at the moment. Just a little bit of context here. I think we came up earlier in the year here into October, and yeah, to the end of October in a 5-wave structure to the upside, impulse to the upside. I think then we started this correction, which of course is a correction, as you can see. We came down all the way to nearly a dollar, yeah. And then from that impulse down to $1, that is one that we are now correcting. So after every impulse, and this was another impulse down, a 5-wave structure, and now we are seeing this correction of that, yeah, a retracement, and then I think we're going to see the final drop down. I know it seems crazy, but I think we are going to, yeah, so I think this is now getting into dangerous territory up here, because we have moved up quite a bit with Fantom already in that correction. People get already very, very bullish on Fantom again, even though I think down here would have been the right time to get bullish again when you saw maybe the 0.382 FIB level breaking. Now, obviously, we're moving here into an area where it might be interesting for short-term trades still, you know, but again, no financial advice. That's only what I'm leaning towards. I think that there is potential, yes, to move up higher from here if we break the 0.618 FIB level at 260. Bear in mind, there is another resistance here from these highs here at 270. there's a very similar resistance where 1 got stuck at the moment. Harmony 1 also came all the way up to the 0.618 fib level. Harmony 1 broke it, but Harmony 1 got stuck at these resistances here. Yeah, of course, different price levels, but it's basically the equivalent of what you can see on the Harmony 1 chart. You got these highs here, 1 resistance, 2, 3 touch points, 4 touch points, 5 touch points. So that's an important resistance, 270. And only I think if we get through that, then we can get, and then with a high confidence, I would say we get to $3. So there is potential certainly to get to $3. And to be honest, even that wave B, and I did mention it for Bitcoin before, such a wave B here has potential to go up even higher. The 0.618 was an ideal target level. It's a perfect target level for it. But as you can see, the blue target range here goes up all the way to $3. But there is no reason why this couldn't even go a little bit higher. It would be not that usual, a little bit unusual, but it's possible. It could even go up to 350 before it corrects down again. Yeah, that is important to understand. I think only above, I would say above 360, 370, this correction would be invalidated. Yes, I know it's hard, but therefore it's important to understand that also here money can be made in this wave B, even though it's risky. What I can't see here is really the beginning of a real impulse yet to the upside, no confirmed breakout. And in the end, it's up to everybody, themselves. Is it, do you want to stay more on the safe side because this does not look bullish yet? Do you want to, not long-term bullish, it does not confirm in any way a new breakout to the upside or anything. But yeah, short-term certainly in this wave B, but bear in mind it's a correction wave. Trading a correction wave is a bit difficult. It's risky, and because it is a correction, actually it's part of a move down. Okay. Now overall, however, I stay extremely bullish on Harmony, on Fantom and Harmony 1, by the way, but on Fantom as well. With Fantom, we can expect, I think, much higher levels next year or this year. No, this year, of course. We are here, of course, in 2022 already, and you can expect these target levels to be reached, in my view. One of these here, for example, the 1.618, I'd be leaning towards 556 or even 683 here, the 200%. I think all of that is likely this year. Yeah, after another move down that could take us maybe to $1, maybe even a bit lower, of a wave C here, which needs to end below wave A. This is, of course, like a last resort for the bulls if there is a final sell-off, which I do expect, because I do expect it for Bitcoin as well. Of course, I'm leaning towards it. There is never a guarantee, but it's, in my view, the highest probability. There's a key support here at 115. So definitely a level worth putting a buy order in my view here. But if that's broken, I mean, how much more can we fall? I think we can fall a bit more. But then, of course, the downside potential is limited. But yeah, it's certainly interesting times at the moment. Unfortunately, all cryptos are doing some sort of a similar pattern. What is noteworthy here, that this could also be viewed as an inverse head and shoulders. Yeah, so it remains interesting. A lot of cryptos are currently doing this pattern. So it remains very interesting, and we need to observe what do the cryptos do when they get to this neckline. And with the 260, 270 level, it would be, with 270, Fantom would be at this neckline. I mean, sort of the neckline was already probably here at 243, but you've got these two highs here, I think, and this is important resistance. So you could even understand this sort of as a neckline of this inverse head and shoulders. So it remains very interesting, and that's a very, very important level, that 270 level that I just mentioned. So hopefully you liked the update about Fantom. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.